Hello, Sonia.
How are you?
I am good. Do you know who I am?
No, I see SVET
Oh, yeah,
career.
yeah, yeah. Let me read. That was my default. My apologies. Give me a
That's
second.
okay.
How's that?
Ah, hi, Robert.
This is
So
an
you're
official. This is an official visit, by the way.
okay. Official visit. Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good. I made a visit to all of my clubs before unofficially, but now because it's towards the end and I have to get all my reports in, I said, okay, I'll do what I can, and so I'm here today. But I thought I'd warn you up front. This is an official visit. So I'll
Well,
be taking notes.
not a problem. Um, doesn't really matter to us. We're a very
Yeah.
laid back club.
I'm a laid back area director, so don't worry about it. So I'm just not sure how many of the clubs are actually meeting because of Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Yeah, I was just actually looking up what our agenda was today. It's in WhatsApp, so I was verifying who was doing what today. But we don't actually meet till 5 minutes after the hour.
That's fine. Gives me a couple minutes to go get my water and have something to drink during the meeting. So I'll step away for one moment.
Okay. Hey, Jeff, I see you there. Ah, there you are. Hi,
So,
Jeff.
and
So, according to what I see in WhatsApp, we have a speaker two slot open. I know how you love to take those spots when they're open.
you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Sorry. Yes, of course. Okay, spot two. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
have Cheyenne um, for speaker one, but it says speaker two slot is open. So,
All right. Yeah, and who's gonna take my GE role?
you could still do GE if and
No,
speak.
let's back up. It's a GE.
Well, I can do GE if you want me to. But we
All
still
right.
have a couple minutes for people to join. It's 4 minutes for people to join, so we can find people to fill in because we still need. Actually, we still need a Toastmaster of the day and an on Marion and a timer. So we might have people doing double duty today, but that's all right. I mean, it's Thanksgiving week, so
Vincent. I mean Benson, not Vincent. Vincent.
Sally? The dishwashers are pretty cheap.
And that's okay, man. Where's my reading glass? Can't find my reading glass. What is our guest name? Robert.
Robert, he's our area director.
Area director. Yes, yes, I remember.
You remember that,
Yes, of course. I
huh?
totally forgot just a couple moments.
Say that it's 12.50. We used to buy this. Well, no, not the.
Oh, Seb said she'd take Toastmaster, Table Topic Master. So We have that, should have that covered. And we have 3 minutes for people to join.
Yeah, so this is, so it's a little bit off. It's 62 dBA. This one's 57, so it's a little bit quieter. What I'm concerned about.
Sonia, do you have all your roles filled up?
Most of them. We have Cheyenne for speaker one. Jeff always likes to take speaker two if it's available. So I just let him know it's available. Our Toastmaster, or tabletop master of the day, Sib said she would take it. Jeff was supposed to be GE, but he doesn't like to do that if he's doing a speaker role, so I can back him up on that. Or you can do that since you're here to evaluate us anyway. Like,
That's true.
there we go.
Do you have an odd counter?
We do not have an odd counter defined yet. We have Benson saying he would do evaluator one. We have Daniel saying he'll do evaluator two, and we don't have a timer yet. So if you'd like to do general evaluation, which is more of you've been to our club before, so you know how we that's kind of a you basically take over that section of the meeting and then give a general overview.
Understood. How to be a GE.
Evaluation. Yeah.
But so, I mean, I'm willing to do that, and I'm also willing to be your odd counter if you'd like.
Okay.
Basically,
Betty, would you like? I see that you just joined. Would you like to be our timer today?
Can I be the? I say I assign for the tabletop masters.
I have Sib down as saying she wanted to do table topic, but
I saw she cannot come to the meeting today.
okay, then I will let you do that, and then Robert, if nobody else can make it to do I'll counter, that's going to be you.
okay.
We are at our 5 minute mark, so I want to get our meeting started. See.
I can do the timer. Yeah, I can do the timer if nobody.
Thank you. I was just going to ask you to do double duty. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh, sure.
Let's get and right on time. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying. Yes. All right. So this week is Thanksgiving week, and I am so thankful that everyone has joined us. Our theme for this week is gratitude because it's Thanksgiving, of course. It's right on point. And our word of the day is blessing in disguise. So, a blessing in disguise is something that is really good for you or for the people in your life or in general. It could be, something for your community, your country, but it's something that you don't really understand that it is a blessing or that it's something good either when it's happening or when it comes into being. So there were many times in my life where I thought my son, was a blessing in disguise because he was a hard child to raise. He had many issues, but he also taught me many things. Like he taught me patience in ways that I would never have learned patience if I hadn't had him, if he wasn't in my life. So there are things that can happen in your life that can teach you things that can be hard, but they can also deliver blessings to you as well. So that's a interpretation of what a blessing in disguise is. Today we have as our first speaker a former guest Shaman will be speaking for us today. And before we get started with that, I would like to go over since he was a guest before, but I wasn't in our meeting. So Shaman, are you new to Toastmasters, or are you a Toastmasters from a Toastmaster from another club?
It's pretty new to me. This is maybe less than 5 meetings that I've been to. So I kind of, know it for the most part, but still relatively new.
Okay, so then I do want to make sure that we go over our roles, because it's always very important for when you're new to Toastmasters, so that you understand what's going on in the meeting and what you'll get out of the meeting, in addition to just practicing speaking in front of others, because there's a lot of nuances that you don't realize that you can learn in addition to just speaking, because that's the obvious. In addition to that, you can learn listening skills and other skills. So let's go through our roles for today. The first one will be our functional. And let's start off with our Marians and timers. So general evaluator and slash Marian for the meeting today is Robert. So would you mind going over those roles for us, Robert?
So I have two roles today. One is the general evaluator. The general evaluator will give an overall description of what went well, what maybe that the club needs to look at moving forward. And also the general evaluator is the person that introduces each of the other functionaries to describe what their roles are. It says, introduces them, says, okay, will you please give us your report? And this will be the awe counter, the grammarian, the timer, and am I forgetting somebody? I don't think so. Anyway, so that's what the
Our
general
evaluators.
and all the evaluators. Thank you. I knew I missed something.
That's
Anyway,
okay.
and then I am also doing double duty as awe counter. And an awe counter takes an inventory of filler words that we use just in general as a crutch that people use to fill in their when they're trying to articulate something and their brain is trying to keep up with their mouth. So that's what a filler words, and these would be things such as awe, like, and things of that nature. So I will, and I traditionally, if you use a filler word that's in excess of 10 or 15, I'll just say you need to focus on this, and I won't embarrass you publicly in saying that you had 35 ums. So with that, back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Robert. And Cheyenne, since you joined right at exactly on time, you missed our introduction of Robert. He is also our area director. So I also wanted to make sure that you knew that. And Robert, one more thing. Can you also count for us our word of the day? Who uses that today while we're speaking? That's also part of that role for us and in our club.
And that was gratitude. Was that the word of the day?
Blessing in disguise. Or gratitude. That we can use that too.
Okay.
We'll be gracious and use that as well today.
All right. Outstanding.
All right. And our timer is going to be Benson, and he's also an evaluator, so he can also describe that role for us today as well.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'll be the evaluator. From my understanding, the evaluator is not only give feedbacks and comment to the speakers, it's also to practice your own skill to give feedbacks and comments. So I learn a lot by doing the evaluation to give out comments, which not only help others, but also help myself. As the timer, I'll time the speakers and give out signals. Like if it's in green, that means your time is qualified in the range. And if it's yellow, that's in the middle of the qualification and the disqualify. And when it's red, that means you need to wrap up your speech in 30 seconds. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. And I will skip Daniel since he's an evaluator also today. I'm not going to make him tell us about evaluations again. See, let's go ahead and move on to your speech, Shyam. I did not get your title though for your speech.
The title wasn't
Yeah,
kind of.
I believe Sean was going to give us the first icebreak speech to
Oh,
the
the
club.
icebreaker.
And I assume the time will be 5 to 7 minutes, if that's correct.
Icebreakers are usually, what is it, it's the shorter one. It's like
Okay.
3 to 6 minutes, I think. But if he wants to do 5 to 7,
So Sean, what time range you want to try?
what time?
Can do like, yeah, 4 to 6, 5 to 7, that's okay.
Yeah, not sure where exactly it'll land, but yeah, around like the 5 to 6 mark, probably.
Okay,
Yeah, sounds
so
about right.
yeah, when the time hits 5 minutes, I'll show the green side, 6 minutes for the yellow, and the 7 minutes for the red.
Okay, great.
Okay,
All
cool.
right. Simon, are you ready?
Yes.
Benson, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Simon, his icebreaker, Simon.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, everybody. My name is Sham. This
Oh.
is no worries. It's a name that is very confusing because it's a kind of unique spelling that a lot of people have not seen, but no worries. So last week when Betty suggested that I give a speech, immediately there was a feeling of fear because I have not given a full speech at a Toastmaster meeting before. Also, the practitioner in me was excited because, okay, this is why you came to a meeting. Here is the opportunity to give your first speech and break the ice. And but then Betty told me the subject of it, and it was to introduce myself. And that's a tricky subject that I found over the last couple years or so. There has been an investigation into this concept of self, and it seems like a very illusory concept the more and more I look into it. Sham, this body is constantly changing. This mind is constantly changing likes and dislikes, constantly changing behavior, personality. Everything that Sham is constantly changing. The Sham of 20 years ago is not the person that you see in front of you today. The Sham of 10 years ago is not the same person that you see in front of you today. And you can kind of take that all the way down from 10 years to 5 years to 1 year to 6 months to 3 months, on and on until you get to a point where it doesn't seem like even the Sham that was there 5 minutes ago is the same Sham that is in front of you right now. It's so taking that into account, change doesn't seem to be a stepwise function. It's not like everybody stays a certain level and then, you know, after 1 year, there's like a big sudden change, and then say everybody stays this exact same, and then in a big change. It seems to be a gradual thing. So, so to speak about myself, it just seems like almost an exercise in futility because whatever I say about Sham right now is not going to be relevant, you know, 5 minutes from now potentially, or and so on into the future. It's so so instead of talking about Sham, thought it would be better to maybe talk about some of the biggest contributions or contributive forces to this person. And when I was trying to think of a way to frame that, this Sanskrit phrase came up for whatever reason. It's like I haven't lived in India for decades now, but for whatever reason, that phrase is still stuck around with me. And that phrase is Mata Pita Guru Devam. And that means mother, father, teacher, and God. And that's supposedly a phrase that is that shows one, the order of reverence that one should have in life to people or figures in one's life, starting with your mom. I mean, and also it's also kind of in order of appearance in your life as well. You're born, your mother gives birth to you. She's the first person that you have you are in contact with, and she has been a big force in this life. She um, gave up her career to raise me and my brother, and and now that me and my brother are kind of off doing our own things, she is focused back on her career and um, passed all her CPA exams and is about to start her first job next year, actually. So I'm very proud of her. My dad uh, is so we moved from India, South India, to California, to the Bay Area in '98. And that was because he was able to find a job here. Um, and it was mostly just to give me and my brother a better life. That's the reason that we moved. So that definitely has been a big, big contribution, just a seismic shift in life. And the last two, teacher and God. Uh, this is a bit of a disclaimer. I'm not like, preaching or, saying that this is the way to do things or anything like this, but I can't talk about this person without talking about the teachings of the Buddha. That has been a very important part of my life for the last couple of years. Just simple practices to reduce some unnecessary suffering in this life and attain a little peace of mind. So those are some of the big contributions to this life. And to be honest, all the way down to from those big contributions all the way to every single person and place and experience that I've had has contributed to this thing that you see in front of you. And that includes all of you as well. All of you are now part of this journey, this story as well. So I thank you, and I have a lot of gratitude for those four figures, as well as all of you standing in front of me right now, or sitting, some of you. Um, So that is all. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Sonia.
Thank you so much. I very much enjoyed that, and I really felt very connected with your idea of dynamic selfhood. And thank you for sharing your story with us today. Okay, let's give everyone 1 minute. Let me give you the,
I'll follow up with him.
I have it. Let me give you the link.
Similar thing to that.
No, I have the link. Is this the link? Wrong link. Does anyone have the link real quick? I didn't pull it up. My bad. To give feedback, for everyone to give feedback. Can you put it in the chat? I don't seem to have it.
Maybe you just want to do a private chat. You can't find the link, Sonia, maybe.
Yeah, let's just do a private chat today. Uh, put your notes to Siam. Did I get it
I
right?
have the link. I can share.
Okay, perfect. Daniel, would you do that?
Yeah, and it's like Sham, but with an M at
Sean?
the end. Sham.
Sham.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sham.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm really bad with names, so I'm gonna try really hard to do it.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. Can you give us 1 minute on the clock to give him feedback?
Okay, it's 1 minute.
Thank you very much. All right. Next up is Jeff. Jeff, do you have a topic or do we need to give you one for today's speech?
No title.
No title? Do you need me to give you a topic to start with since this is an impromptu?
Oh, this is not going to be impromptu. This is going to be prepared.
Prepare less? Okay. Prepare less it is. Robert, you know we have this tradition in our club. So just without a title, prepare less. Jeff, go for it.
Thank you very much, Marin Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and honor guests. I was thinking about giving you guys the updates of my car. Weeks ago, I share the story about how I've been abusing my tiny car for the past 20 plus years. In the very last statement, if you guys remember, I failed the smart check. Until yesterday, it was 14 months. And I was hoping not to be caught by police officer. Well, the things that you wish for, it will always go against you. like what we have on the Sunday session. It's always goes to otherwise. Weeks ago, I finally got stopped by the priest. On the 237, if you are familiar with Northern California, the police was very nice, giving me a fixed ticket, meaning I have to fix. And I believe I'm still going to pay the fine, a small fine. I have no idea how much. So the story is about how I've been blessing for the past 14 months. I got stopped by police twice. The first time was pretty weird scenario. It was on the highway 880. And somehow the motorized police behind me. And you know, windshield has a curve that reflecting the light to my mirror. And I was somehow just stopped on the shoulder. So the police was, why are you stopping? I say, I saw you stop me. I did not stop you. What? Since you stopped, what's going on here? And I said, well, I failed smart check. He said, oh, you failed smart check. So you're going to fix? I say, I've been trying to fix. Well, let me run over your records here. You have a insurance? I say, officer, I think you got a computer. Am I correct? I say, oh, sure. Wait here. Minutes later, he said, well, you're just going to go fix and then get the smart check. I'm not going to give you any citation today. I said, thank you, officer. So I move on. That was probably 8 months ago, 7, 8 months ago. Who cares? But about 6 weeks ago, the stop was just happened again. And I was prepared for that because if you know about Jeff, me, I somehow feeling I have to challenge something, especially authority. So I really just feel like, no way. Every time when someone been stopped, I just passing by. And I feel like, why not me? And of course, that was kidding, just kidding. No one want that kind of stuff. And anyway, stop me. Then, you know what? I have to either fix or sell to the junk. Yeah, I mean, $1,000 if you are familiar with the California law. So I went back to my technician who repairs, changing oil for years for me. And as you all know, somehow I feel like, man, I got to find an alternative. I'm not trying to break up with him, but I just have to find an alternative. So my first step was my coworker. He happened to be a technician for probably more than 10 years. So long story short, I spent about $800. It didn't fix the problem. Went on the freeway. My timing belt broken. $1,400. Months later, something just happened. And then somehow I fixed myself because the manifold was broken. So the air just leaks. And I spent like $60 and I fixed it. And I was so happy. The engine check light was off. I went to smart check, it failed. No idea why. I went to another guy, say, oh, you just need to do this, do that. But somehow there's no issue. I said, should I go to the junkyard and just sell my car? Or, I already spent like a couple $1,000. And then somehow again, in the morning, I said, I gotta fix my car. And I went to my neighborhood repair shop. And this guy was so confident. Mr. Jeff Chen, I'm gonna fix your car, guarantee. Say, yeah, everybody guarantee, this is another guarantee, who cares? And he charged me another $1,000. Of course, I failed the smart check again. So I spent for one, two, three, four smart check is $240 already. And sum up to be, man, I can't believe 3,400, by the way. So I came back to my friend, Vietnamese guy, and say, hey, you got to look at my car. He said, so, all the time that you circling around, you come back to me. I say, you got to know about, whatever. Right? He said, he pretend to buy my story, but anyway, he charged me $920 and he fixed the issue. So I went to the DMV. And for my case, it was really special because the DMV ladies has to ask the supervisor and then another supervisor somewhere, three, four people just standing in front of the computer saying, oh, here, that's a penalty here, that's a penalty there. And I was, gosh, what's the penalty? It ended up like 10 plus items. That's a red light. However, to be continued, I spent $4,500 just for my junk car, which is not even worth $1,000. If the California government is not mercy enough, it might be only $300. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Oh man.
That's harsh. Wow. So what are you going to do with that car?
Well, already fixed.
Wow. Well, I hope you get the value out of it. I really do.
I think so.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the point of our meeting where we're going to do some table topics. Betty, as our table topic master, please take it away.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Today, our word day is gratitude, right? And don't forget to use this word. First, I'm gonna ask question for Benson. Benson, what is your plan or what will you do for your special Thanksgiving for this year? Or maybe before, what is your special memory? I can help you to timing. Who can help? I can try.
I can time myself. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I won't send signal because I have the time just in front of me. And maybe I can do a little bit cheat to get more time. Anyways, thank you, Tabletop Master. My plan for the Thanksgiving is really harsh. Nobody gonna believe it. So I'm gonna work whole day, 2 days in the Thanksgiving to get the project out of the door as soon as possible. And to trade off that, I gonna get some time off in Chinese New Year in February, at the end of it's the February, middle February, so I can get like 2 week off to go back to China and celebrate the Chinese New Year with my family. That's the plan. It sounds unfortunate, but while I look back my Thanksgiving since I moved to Canada, the only thing I remember was the taste of turkey. The first Thanksgiving, we just followed the Western style traditions. We purchased a large turkey and we spent about 2 weeks to consume that large turkey. And I have never purchased any turkey since that Thanksgiving. So I just watch people enjoying the Thanksgiving, the turkey dinner, the turkey dinner, and we do our own style, the hotspot, the Chinese style hotspot, and celebrate the the holidays. No, and no, the Thanksgiving is all about giving. I learned that since I moved here. You feel very satisfied when you give somebody your bless or gifts, and also it encourage you to receive the gifts from the others. This is a very strong culture I learned since I moved to North America. Back to table topic master.
Thank you, Benson. Yeah, now Thanksgiving maybe is normal for some people now. They're still working, right? Never start working. Okay, second question, I will give very easy to Robert. Okay, usually we say take it for granted. We always hear this take it for granted, right? So, Robert, have you ever take for granted and you never say thankful to anything? You want to give some example? Thank you.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of echo in your, can somebody repeat what you said? I didn't understand what was the
Okay,
question?
usually like we say something to take for granted for something we never appreciate. Do you have any example or you feel you need to say thankful but you never did before in your life and then you want to do that or you want to say something to somebody right now? You can say it right now. Thank you.
You know, everybody that I come in contact with, no matter if it's a lesson or if it is something that so when people come into my life, they will either teach me a lesson, and either even though it was potentially a bad experience, there's always, when I look at an experience, I look at what did I learn from this? What did I gain from this? No matter if it was a bad experience. And I will always go back to that person, even though that may have been a bad experience, and I will show gratitude and thank them for the positive outcomes from that bad experience that I have. And so what I do also is that, say for instance, during this Thanksgiving holiday, I will reach out to people that I haven't been in touch with in a while, just to wish them and their friends and their family a good Thanksgiving. And it's just that simple act that maybe could potentially, if a person's having a bad day or they're stressed over the holidays, that maybe that, hey, I'm thinking of you, and I hope I wish you a good Thanksgiving with your friends and family. That could make the difference between a good day and a bad day for that person. So I do this on a regular basis, is I let people know that I'm actually thinking of them. And also the same thing with, if I even had a bad experience with somebody, that I did learn something positive from that bad experience. Back to you, Miss Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Robert. Yes, we learn from your experience. We always need to be thankful, and then no matter what you said, they treat you bad, or maybe you need to know what behind the scene what's going on. So we won't feel bad for that. We just need to be thankful every day. But sometimes it's hard to do that, but we just need to practice. Okay, the number 3 question I'll give to Son. Yeah, this is very easy question for you. Okay, what did you buy this year Thanksgiving for the big discount, or whatever you buy for the good deal you ever feel is a really, really good deal? Thank you.
For Thanksgiving, I bought not a lot actually, because of health reasons, I am a vegan now. I actually didn't buy very much for Thanksgiving. I bought some stuffing because I make a vegan version of a stuffing that is actually pretty good. It uses a Impossible Burger spicy sausage that you can get, and I had some in the freezer. I bought some celery. I already had sliced carrots in the freezer, and I bought the stuffing mix, and that's it. That's all that goes into it. So, and then there's some spices, and that's basically all that really goes into it. Then I'm also going to be making potatoes, mashed potatoes. I bought a bag of mashed potatoes. I bought my normal sour cream and my normal chives, or they actually didn't have any chives, so I bought green onions. And what else did I buy? Oh, cream cheese. I bought some cream cheese, but all vegan. So it wasn't really anything super bad. It was stuff I would buy normally. So it was an incredibly different thing. The one big thing that was a difference is that since I moved to Buda, Texas, there wasn't a Sprouts nearby anymore, and a new Sprouts opened up recently. So those were new things that I bought at a new grocery store that's really great because they have products that are more focused on someone like me with allergies and issues. So I'm very thankful to have that in locally here in my nearby neighborhood. What's a blessing in disguise about having that Sprouts here in the neighborhood is that they have lots of yummy goodies. So I've been buying ice cream from them, and like, that's not really great, but it's yummy. So, and I can eat it. So it's definitely, it's a blessing in disguise. It's good. I can eat it, but I shouldn't be eating too much. But that is probably the majority of what I've been buying lately, or at least what I bought for Thanksgiving. Back to you.
Thank you, Sonia.
Table Topics Master.
I guess for mom, usually they like to buy the food because for the family, they think it's a good deal for Thanksgiving. But for me, usually Thanksgiving, I don't cook that much, and my family, my husband don't care about eating the turkey. So this time I saw the advertisement. I see the home internet. T-Mobile is $50. Then he say you have a good deal if your bundle is 35. So I buy the bundle because I have the T-Mobile phone, so I change. And I don't know how to install. I went to the store, and then they say, what is the Samsung buy one get one free or something like that? I forgot what's the app say. So end up, I went to fix my home internet. I buy another 2 phones, buy one line, get one free, and get another iWatch for the Samsung. This is the good deal I buy for this Thanksgiving. So maybe you guys go check out what kind of good deal there. Usually before I use it just buy the clothes, but clothes is kind of every time you can buy right now. Okay, so for Jeff, I guess you need to buy a new car. So this is all the tabletop for me for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty. I think Jeff is going to keep that car until he drives it into the ground. It's going to be one of those cars found by the side of the road dead. Okay. Well, now we've come to the section of our meeting where we turn it over to our general evaluator, Robert.
Thank you, Sonia. And so far, so good. Very outstanding meeting. Matter of fact, Jeff, you brought tears to my eyes. I was laughing so much. All right. With that, I will have the first off, I will call on the evaluator, Benson, for the evaluation of Shyam. Shyam? Is that how you pronounce your name, sir?
Sham.
Sham, yes.
Sham.
Yeah.
Got it right.
Thank you, Sham. All right.
Thank
So
you.
Benson, I will call on you to give the evaluation of Sham's speech, and we'll take it from there.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hey, Sean. Congratulations on your first icebreak speech. Your speech reminds me my first icebreak speech. I was so nervous. I was speechless actually. I only spoke that icebreak for 2 minutes or something. It's not more than 3 minutes. I just cut there. I didn't know what to say. But today, yeah, you were doing a great job. You not only complete the icebreak speech in, let's see, it's in about 7 minutes and 50 seconds. That's a long time speech. And also you have a great structure of your speech. In the beginning, you describe the dynamic of yourself. So it's not the easy way to describe yourself. And in the middle, you give examples and reasoning of how you change, what changed, and lots of examples. At the end, you go back to your original point that life is dynamic. Yeah, keep changing, keep growing. I appreciate that. And your speech was very calm and your pace is good. Like I can follow your flow perfectly. I also appreciate your hand gesture. Usually the first speaker won't pay attention on that. You're doing lots of hand gesture about how your life changes. Like it's not like bump, it's smooth, right? You give me lots of intention on how you speak. That's very good. I think the hand gesture and also whatever body language will help the speech deliver much more better and clear. And if you're looking for any improvement in the later speech, I think it's all about preparation and practice. So it can make your point, the examples or description in the middle part, more organized, so that the ordering can be better, and also the conclusion can be emphasized a little bit more, so that you can get your first point and the summary parts all together. So get the piece good. And the time control wise, you can wrap the speech a little bit earlier so that you can be not be disqualified for the 7 minutes and 30 seconds margin. Okay, that's all I have. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Benson.
Mhm.
And quick question, Madam Toastmaster, is there a grammarian?
We combine that. So Marian is the counter as well as the grammarian.
Oh, I did not know that. So was not paying attention to the grammar. So you guys got a free pass for this week. How's that? So
Sounds good.
I didn't know that. All right. All right. The next functionary, and before, well, I'll call on the timer report first.
We have the second evaluator,
Wait a minute, I
Daniel.
didn't know there was. I thought that was there was no evaluator for Jeff's speech. Is there an evaluator for Jeff's?
Daniel.
We do. We
Oh,
do.
I did not know that. I thought it was a free flowing speech. All right, so I will call on Daniel for the evaluation for Jeff's tear jerking speech. So the floor is yours, Daniel.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks, General Evaluator. Hey, Jeff, you did such a great job in short notice. I know that you were not signed up for it, and then ended up you delivered such funniest story that I have ever heard in this week. Actually, you made my week. Um, I like the way that you started with something about the cars and continue with the topic that you mentioned a couple weeks ago, and that you reminds me saying of when it rain, it pour. It seems like everything's come at you at the same time in that in that time frames just because of that card. I so impressed of your dedication of trying to get this car fixed, no matter how hard it take. and at the end, and when you did your own calculations, and you think that is not even worth for the effort and time, the money you put in there, but that was really funny. I know it's a short, you had a short notice, so but it would be great at the end if you can come up with a conclusion of what you think that this story tells you about. But it's really funny, I guess. So right, and like something like you were not uh, going to uh, spend the monies when you took it to the shop, something like that. That would be great. But other than that, I really like your story again. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Daniel. And my apologies, I didn't know that there was a second evaluator. All right, so before I give my counter a report, I'd like to get the timer report. May I get the timing report, please? You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry, speak to the air. So for the prepared speech, Sham spent 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Jeff, 8 minutes and 2 seconds. But I love your story. I was trying to, yeah, I don't want to send you the signal to stop you, basically. I don't believe that story is true, man. You made it. The table topics, Benson, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Robert, 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Sonia, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. We're in the range. For the evaluation, Benson, 2 minutes, 49 seconds, a little bit over. And Daniel, 2 minutes. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Benson. And I will call next on the counter, which is myself. And Sonia, you only had one so very good. Jeff, you were clean. I didn't catch anything from you. Benson, you had 9 ahs and 1 like. Sham, I'll just say you need to work on or pay attention to your ahs and your ums. Just say that you have a little more than you should. You had a couple of no worries, a couple of you knows, and 4 so's. Betty, I didn't catch anything from you. Daniel, you had 13 ums and 2 you knows. And that's the end of my counter report. And so I will go into my general evaluation. This was a great meeting. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. This was my official visit, and I will write up this club that I thought it was very well done, very well executed. If I could give a little bit of suggestion, the only thing that I see, and I see this not just with this club, but a lot of clubs, is, and I even try to do this with the club that I run, is to have the functionaries assigned a week ahead of time, because it makes the meeting go a lot smoother instead of scrambling at the beginning of the meeting. And so once you've already have the functionaries defined, if everybody can rename themselves so we know who's doing what, that is very helpful. This meeting started on time, and Sonia, as a Toastmaster, you did a great job. You explained to a new person to find out that Sham was kind of new to Toastmasters, so you took the time to explain what the functionary roles were. That was, to me, very important. And then the speeches were just over the top. I don't know if Jeff did this, if this was just something that he did for a humorous contest or whatever. But Jeff, if you need an inexpensive car, I got a couple that we can talk offline about. But anyways, so you got to get that return on investment there. But otherwise, thank you for allowing me to be a visitor to your speech. I will give you a good evaluation for this club. And that's the end of my report. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Robert. Our club does focus on impromptu speeches and more so than just what's part of the curriculum. We do a Sunday meeting once a month where it's only impromptu speaking. So that's part of why our second speech is always an impromptu speech. And Jeff is very adamant about doing those a lot. So whenever that spot's open, he always wants to take it. He loves doing those speeches. So that's one of, every club has their own little traditions, and that's one of ours. But we very much loved having you here today. I'd like to add a couple of things to what Robert said. A couple of things I saw that I think we might need a little work on. One, I didn't have the URL for us to give feedback. And then I also noticed that in our form, we didn't have Sean's name in it. So we need to fix that as soon as possible. And that's all I wanted to do on that. I also wanted to mention that we're coming up on the end of the year, which means that we need a vote for new officers, and new officers will need to be trained at the end of December, early January. So I want to make sure everyone has that in the back of your minds if you want a new position, and also think about training. Let's see. I think that's all that I really wanted to bring up. Jeff, as our president, did you have any closing remarks before we try to grab a couple of roles for next week?
Daniel is the president.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. Did you have any closing remarks before we close out today?
No, I do not. But great job, everyone, and thanks for Robert visiting us.
I think
and thanks.
yeah, we need to take a picture as
yes,
oh,
our
yes.
picture. Almost forgot the picture. Thank you for reminding me. That's another tradition here.
A little tradition, yeah. I have 1,000 pictures here.
Daniel, gotta get online.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay, I got the picture. I send out afterwards.
Thank you. We post that as part of our, which one is it? I forgot the name of the thing that we use. Meetup. It's part of our Meetup. We show our picture.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. By the way, the story is real. Yeah, it's real.
No, I don't think so.
It's real. I took all the video actually. When Chris taught me, I took the video. So yesterday I went to DMV. I took a lot of video. I tried to make a story. For the friends of my repair, I took the video. The neighborhood shot, I took the video and I posted on the TikTok. The only one missing was the Firestone. Firestone fixed my car for probably 1,900 2 times. I missed the alternator bell and the timing bell. They both about 1,900.
Okay. Well, I will volunteer to be our general evaluator next week, since I was filling in for Vincent this week, and Robert obviously won't be here next week.
Obviously. But hopefully you'll allow me to come back in the future before I leave my area director role.
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you, Sonia.
Always.
And Jeff, keep up those, like I say, those brought tears to my eyes. I laughed so hard. So I'm like thinking to myself, oh my God.
Oh my God. That was a wrong decision, pretty much.
You should have said, you know what? Enough. I'm done spending money and go out and bought a new car.
Yeah.
That's a problem. I can't make up my mind.
Well, you just run it into the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. Do I have any other volunteers for the roles for this before I send it out on WhatsApp? Anybody?
Yeah. Let's do it
Hi,
on the
Robert. Thanks
WhatsApp.
for joining. Okay, I will put it out on WhatsApp, and please fill in or let us know who's going to be either available and or what roles you want to take.
Oh.
I
Sham, do you have our WhatsApp access? Or are you the member of WhatsApp?
Yes.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
You have our members.
Sorry. I volunteer Sean to be the tabletop master.
Well, okay. Are you willing to take that?
What is involved is like coming up
Coming up.
with a topic and then coming up with questions for each person, I guess.
Yeah.
Just coming up with it. You know, the easiest way to do it is ChatGPT. You give it a theme and you say, give me 20 or so table topics based off of this theme, and it will give it to you.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Especially if you're in a rush.
It's a very good, it's a good opportunity to know each other, to know the other person. You can craft your question so that they have to answer, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, can I let you know
Yeah, of course.
in a day or
No
two?
pressure, no pressure at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure about my availability on that day, to be
Mhm.
completely honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Benson, what can I
Okay.
put you down for?
Basically anything, and I can do that. Like once there's some role to fill, I can do that whenever. Yeah.
And Jeff?
I'll be the backup for anything until that moment. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give the opportunity to.
Yeah. Hopefully they will come back after the Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
busy
sure
week.
people. It's a bad week to have a meeting.
Yeah.
It always happens. Yeah. All right, I'll send it out, and thank you guys. It
Cool.
was fun.
Yeah.
Also,
Have
quick
good.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. The feedback would be accessible where exactly?
Do either of you have the link? I don't have the link
Like
because he
there's
needs the view link.
yeah, the view, like exactly, because I got the link to put the feedback in, but
Are you in? You have access to our channel in WhatsApp, right?
no,
Or no?
so I thought Jeff
yet?
asked if I just have WhatsApp, and I definitely do, but I don't. I'm not like plugged into the WhatsApp group or
Let me talk to. I have to send Vincent a message to get you into the feedback form, get your name added. I will also look up your phone number and add you to WhatsApp because I now have admin access to be able to do that. I didn't before. So I'll add you to that, and then I will get the link since I don't have it. I need to get it for myself as well. I'll get the link and I'll send it to you.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Not a problem. I'll make sure you get it. Hopefully later today or tomorrow.
Yeah, no hurry.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
Any other questions or anything else that you need access to that you don't have access to? Have you gotten access to our online? We have a website. Assuming that we keep it up to date. I noticed our meeting today wasn't up to date, but have you gone to our Free Toast Host website?
No.
Okay, I'll make
I'm not
sure that
plugged into
you
anything,
look
it
for
seems
that.
like, not yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no worries. That's not a big deal.
I'll make sure you
One
get
day at a time.
information to it.
Great.
Okay. Sounds like I need to do it. I'll do an audit, make sure everybody's in there. I've been kind of busy over the last several weeks, and as the VP of membership, and I haven't been able to get a lot of that stuff done. So I will make sure everybody is up to date and has access to everything. I'll do a little audit since I have time this weekend. I'm not doing anything for work this weekend. I'll make sure my Toastmaster duties are up to date. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and I will be in touch. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Right.